Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 18 of the Thrillos Global Podcast. I'm your host, CJ. Alongside me from Olympiakos, Australia, is Liam. How you going?
Good to be back, CJ. Things are heating up now.
Yeah, it's looking good. 9 p.m. here in Australia. 2:30 was the game in the morning, so it's a bit brutal, but it is what it is. Pretty much first round of the playoffs have started with a bang. A nice 3-0 victory for Olympiakos. Goals coming from Kasami, Bakambu, and Fortunis. The man's back in form, huh, Liam?
I don't know why he was dropped out of the squad for a few weeks there by Mitchell. Man, he's killing it. Let's just start off by talking about the Ike game last week because we didn't do a podcast about it. Let's just have a quick review of that.
Yeah.
What a ball he did to give that to Bakambu. I'm still in awe. I swear he didn't even look. He just knew where Bakambu was. And he just put it right. Most perfect one-touch ball around all the defenders, straight to his feet so he could run onto it. It was an unreal pass. And yeah, that game against Ike, I think we played a very tactical game. I don't think we were even the better side. I think Ike were a bit unlucky to lose 3-1 in the end. But considering the circumstances away from home, I feel like we deserved the win. Maybe not the way it was. But man, we played some good football in patches there, especially on the counter attack. We looked really, really convincing on the counter attack.
Yeah. I think regardless whether we deserved it or Ike deserved it, man, we just got the freaking win.
Yeah,
that's the position we're in right now, and we just need to get the wins. And how shit for Ike that their first loss in the stadium was Olympiakos. I bet they were saying anyone but Olympiakos, but
yep.
Then they had it coming, so it's all right.
Yep.
Got a beautiful comment here already, Vrushank. How's Marcelo's Archidia injury?
Oh man, what a way to start the show.
Welcome back, Vrushank. Yeah, we look with the Ike game. It was just so ecstatic that we got the 3-1 win. Not only unless you count Aris, but if we're not, that's our first derby win of the season. So huge boost for the confidence for Olympiakos. I'm trying to remember Ike's goal. There was one stage. Sorry, Vrushank, CJ will love me. There was one stage, I think, towards the end, Ike got a pretty much clear header. I think
it was Gacinovic, if I can remember correctly.
Man,
it was a defender. I think it was a defender. It was the centre back who scored the own goal. They should have scored that. Really, that was a point blank chance.
I'm talking about in like the 87th minute.
Yeah, in the last few minutes, it was a point blank chance. Yeah, I think it was a defender.
Yeah. Whoever it was, if that was going in, different story, because that was right, but that was after Pepio got a red card with such a dumb challenge, but not dumb, but it was just like unnecessary.
Not needed.
It was funny how the Ike player did a similar tackle a few minutes after Pepio's, and nothing for that. But what do you do? Look, anyway, that was a few weeks ago. Beautiful win. This gets you pumped for the second leg.
And just quickly, CJ.
Yeah.
That is the first win for us doing this podcast that we can call a big win. Just so you know, we didn't even do a show after it. We haven't had a big win like that this whole time doing it. That's the first time we've beaten one of the top 3 sides, except for us, obviously.
Yeah. Well, as everyone knows, we started this podcast this season, so
maybe we're cursed. Maybe it's coming good now. Let's see.
Look, I don't know, man. Ever since Christos hasn't been on it.
Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do. Just get Christos off.
By the way, I gotta ask, where the hell has Gary Rodriguez been? I swear he's been.
He came off the bench today.
Did he? Get out, talk with that.
Looked pretty flashy, but yeah, no, there's no room for him at the moment. The play we're in, we've got too many players in great form.
Yeah.
What's it called? Obviously, Carnos is playing really well on the wing. Fortunis, Biel's been playing good the last few games as well, even though he's got a red. James is back. Yeah, it's tough to fit him in at the moment.
I mean, it's not to say that he won't be a quality player, but when we're talking about longevity-wise, you're going to go with Anos, Pep Biel, and as we know, Gary Rodriguez, bit inconsistent with fitness, but Kai Wenzel, has Olympiakos win rattled you?
Kai just really Kai's a very rattled bloke. That's why he's making that statement.
The rattler.
Don't ask too many questions. just know that fact.
So we'll go into today's game. So again, 3-0 win, dominant performance. Probably expected a bit better from Volos, but they've had a very hot and cold season. They started well, went crap, picked up some form.
Mm-hmm.
They've scratched their way into the top 6.
Which, by the way, they would love, because they play all the big sides. They get money, that extra money. But and as you see, they're selling out their whole stadiums to all the teams because they know they're out of it. They're finishing 6th regardless.
Yeah,
they're selling out all the stadium to all the teams, and they're making a lot of money from it. So good on them.
Do you think Volos? Look, you got to think about it.
They could overtake Aris.
They could overtake Aris, but is 5th and 6th don't get a chance for the Conference League.
Yeah, correct.
So, and I think Aris are maybe too far out from 4th. Yeah, they're 17 points behind. Good luck. Their season's over. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey!
Hi everyone, how are we doing? Good to be back.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. You started without me. That's all right. Don't worry.
That's all right.
We're just saying that ever since you've been off the podcast the last few weeks, we've been picking up some big wins. Maybe you've been a problem. All season we've had coaches sacked. We've been losing games. You go off for a few weeks with some big wins. Yeah, true. Now you're back. So will we win next week now is the real question. There's a bit of pressure on you.
Oh, Fortuny scored, mate. Even better. Wow. Oh.
Yeah, what a weird goal as well that he scored, by the way.
It's for
straight off a free kick. The keeper caught out, and
Mr. Dr. Zan, need to see Olympiakos in Champions League.
Oh yes,
we do.
Hopefully.
First.
No. The Champions League goal next year needs to be the spot. We've got a team building.
That'd want. We'll get into that later this episode. That would be a good topic. Thank you, Dr. Zan, the unknown man behind that. What I was going to say, the last few seasons, the top 6 teams that made it, as in the 6th position, the teams that made it into the playoffs, they haven't had the best season afterwards. So I think it was Bas Yanina. Year before that, I might be wrong. I think it was Orfi.
Yep.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, they didn't go on to have cracking seasons, so probably takes a bit out of their mojo. But regardless, that's enough of a delay. So let's dig into today's game once again. 3-0 win. Liam, do you want to share your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely dominated. The stats speak for themselves. They didn't have a single shot on target. I think they had 2 shots, both just attempts from nowhere. Didn't test Pascalakis at all, who I love, by the way. Anyways, what's it called? Yeah, Olympiakos played really well. We created chances, a lot of scoring opportunities. And I thought, by the way, just on the down low, Kasami and Samaseku stepped into the midfield probably to give Hwanga and Villa a rest for the more important games coming up. Played really well, and it shows we have good rotation in that midfield, and we can rely on players if certain people get injured, especially Samaseku. I trust him. I almost think he's good enough for the starting 11. But he's definitely the 12th best player if he's not in the starting 11, he's definitely that 12th, player that you always bring off the bench. He's a great player. And yeah, Fortuni's another great game, another man of the match performance. I think it's maybe 2 or 3 in a row now, probably.
He did
playing really well. Who scored the other goal again? I'm just trying to think. Fortunis,
Kasami and Bakambu.
Yeah, Bakambu. Yeah, another goal. That's what I wanted to say. Another goal for Bakambu. Looks like he is going to run away with the top scorer now. But we'll see about that. And yeah, no, it's our attack is really clicking. The defense is finally coming together. The Albachuk actually played pretty decent today. Rodinei is obviously a gun. And yeah, the Bas-Sokratis partnership is pretty good as well, pretty solid. So yeah, it was a good game all around. We played well with no cracks, just a simple, easy performance.
It's the sort of win and performance you'd expect from Olympiakos, especially against a team like Volos. No disrespect to them, but
They're just not good.
They're not, on the
Good.
level of Olympiakos at least. But look, as you said, Samaseku as well had a very good game. It's good to see that his confidence hasn't been impacted too much by that own goal against Ike. He picked himself up, got over it, But let's just dig into the lineup. So it was a fairly bit different. So you had Paskalakis in goals, starting from the right to left, Rodinei, Papastathopoulos, Ba, Rapchuk. Midfield, Kasami, Samaseku. 3 in the attacking mids was Fortunis, James Rodriguez, Sergi Canos, and Bakambu up front. So James Rodriguez was called back into action. Kasami back into action as well. Obviously, Pep Biel and Huang were out on suspensions, and MVR should be back in about 2 weeks from injury. James Rodriguez with an assist. Again, such a vital player to this team. The midfield that we have, I reckon, is our strongest part of the team.
100%. What a midfield.
So the question is, Samaseku as well, same as James Rodriguez. Do we sign them permanently next year? What are your thoughts, everyone? Chris, Liam?
We'll go Chrysos. Chrysos, you haven't said much so far. What do you think?
So James Rodriguez, I think we definitely need to re-sign, not just for a football standpoint, but I think business standpoint. I think that if we sign James, we'll get more shirt sales and we'll make more money, which will help us in the long run to maybe sign better players up to James' caliber. Hoping we make Europe next year. That will be more of an incentive for him to stay. But definitely we should reconsider re-signing him, especially you just said that midfield, like Fortunis, Canos, and James. Like that is a Premier League midfield, and they're playing in the Greek Super League. Like that's important. That's so good, and I think James would like it too. I think he's enjoying life in Greece, enjoying life in Athens, and I think that we should definitely give him that re-sign. Whether it's just 1 more year, I think it's good enough for James, especially considering the type of player that he has been, and the just the experience that he brings as well.
I fully agree with Chrysos. Yeah. And it's a great point that you say that the incentive. If we don't make Europe, and if we're in the Conference League, I don't think James stays. I think James gets an offer from Turkey somewhere else that's playing Champions League, even Europa League, and he goes there. So that is a big thing. We do need to finish in that top 2. We do need to probably be playing in the higher European competitions for him to sign that contract. If we make the Champions League, James, or if we have a good chance at making the Champions League, he will stay. And the thing about the shirt sale is 100% right. If you had a look at a stat from about a month ago, him, Fortunis, and Marcelo have sold the most shirts this season. So obviously that is another thing that needs to be taken into account. Obviously, don't sign players for that, but he's definitely someone that needs to say. And with Samaseku, it's an interesting one because he doesn't go in the starting 11. So is it worth spending? Because it'll probably cost 8 to 10 million. You'd think. Is it worth spending that money on someone who's not going to start every week? I'm not so sure. It depends how we see him. It depends how old we think Villa's getting. If he can continue playing week in, week out, it all is a lot of It's a lot to think about. I want him to stay, but is it worth him staying is another question, and I'm sure you've got a few things to say about that, CJ.
Well, we've got to consider as well, we have such an in-depth squad. We got players out on loan. We got Bukhalakis out, Koundé's out, Agibul Kamara's out, Fadiga's out. It's not straightforward. It depends on his performances, and if you're going to ask me, I think we should put pen to paper on him. Regardless if he's on the bench or he's starting, he's honestly just a solid player. We need the depth, especially if we're going to play in Europe next year. Just on what you said, Chrysos, with James Rodriguez, the exposure is massive if we keep him. Man, when we had the ceremony for Marcelo, that went viral now. That went everywhere. That went on all these football pages on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. People were watching it. Obviously, the whole Marcelo thing is a bit, a whole other topic. But look, personally, pen to paper on James Rodriguez, just make it happen. But I know from his point of view, he would not want to stay if we aren't playing at least Europa League. Conference League, I don't know. That's up to them. But Olympiakos' team caliber right now, my personal preference is to play in Europa League. That's a competition we can get past the group. We can get into the 32. We can get into the 16 and push on. Champions League, it all depends who's in our group. We've had good seasons in Champions League. Like, we've gone into the next round. And, if we get that's a successful, group stage for Olympiakos. But I think we're a team we could be pushing further in Europa League. And I think all Olympiakos fans want to see that. But at the same time, you want to see them on the grandest stage. That's our other topic. Personally, pen to paper for Samaseko and Rodriguez. That's just my opinion.
Fair enough. You mentioned all those loan players. Just quickly, do you think any of them comes back and has a future with us? Do you have a name or two that you think can come back and play it?
Agibul Kamara's attitude needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get his head out of his ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest. Like, he's such a talented player. We saw how good he can be. For him to get back to that level, he just needs confidence, needs to get his ego a bit out of the way and just focus on football, not where he is.
Yep.
Bukhalakis, it's a give or take. If you're going to ask me Koundé or Bukhalakis, I'm going Bukhalakis. 1, club legend. 2, solid player when he's on form. 3, he's Greek. 4, well, he was our club captain. Koundé was good, but I just did not see him fitting in the team.
They offer something completely different. That's what needs to be said.
Bukhalaki with a solid comment here. I give also on the mindset that he's Liverpool.
Yeah, very true.
What was that? I think since those rumors came out, that's when it went downhill for him personally.
And for Liverpool.
Instead of Liverpool, where's he gone? He's gone to Atromitos?
Atromitos, and he scored a goal.
Okay.
He scored a goal. So
from Liverpool to Atromitos.
Wow, that's very similar, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the way Liverpool are playing at the moment, it is very similar.
It is like Atromitos. Hey,
I'll get the list up shortly, but we do have a few on loan. Onyakuru.
He's on loan?
No, yeah, he's on loan. No fucking brainer, guys. Come on, you get him back. Full stop.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, 100%.
We should get I think if we lose Hummers, we should get Matty Camara back on loan. To be honest.
Oh well, that's the other thing, Chris. Now that you mentioned that, I don't think Jose wants to sign.
I thought he did. I thought he did a few weeks ago.
Who doesn't want to sign?
Let me double check. I might have it.
Mourinho, because he's on loan to Roma at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I know the option to buy is 12 million for him.
It's. I think it's 12 million euros.
Yeah, which we could use, but man, we know.
Well,
how good
if you do that,
I'll take very nice.
You get Samaseko with that money.
True.
Yeah,
what would you do?
I want Camara. He's so good.
No, I think Kamara's days at Olympiakos are done. I think once a player comes and he leaves, and I think it's time to go. I don't agree in this like bringing them back sort of. I guess it can work, but I think once you leave and you go to a new club, and it's not his fault or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think once that you part ways, I think we've probably got to look for new options. That's just the way it goes. Because if we what's it called? It just shows we made a mistake in letting him go. Because if we feel like we would need him back, then why did we let him go in the first place?
Well, I think it was more so in the hope where, his performances did drop a bit.
Correct.
I think maybe he was a bit torn with everything that happened with Pedro Martins. So
yeah, maybe
the club maybe thought, you just need to play football elsewhere for a bit. Regardless, I do like him. Does the club look back and get him? They save money that way. They also make money if they don't and sign Summer Circle. If you came to me and said Madi Kamara, the one that comes back, is going to be the one that we all fell in love with, I would take him over Summer Circle. But if he's going to be anything like he was before we loaned him out, then it's obvious.
If I had the decision like right now, I would say I'd rather have Summer Circle than Kamara. I have a feeling both of them won't be at the club next year, but let's see. Chris, who would you prefer, Summer Circle or Kamara?
Madi Kamara, 100%. I love.
You're a big fan of his.
When he left, I was Devo. But if it's for the best, why not?
The Europeans watching the streams. Shout out to the people in Belgium, Canada. Definitely gonna know what Devo means.
Yeah, Belgium's on here.
Yeah.
We've got a few people out there.
Can they send me some chocolate, please?
Some Belgian chocolate. Oh
yeah.
man!
Can I just say one thing as well?
Eden Hazard too. I'll take him at Olympiakos. Yeah. So what you want to say?
How he's playing at the moment, he's Olympiakos standard.
I want to say something, and I want you guys to either agree or disagree. We stuffed up, mate. Before I go on, pop your mate. Mavros has lost the plot.
We might see another war between them two today. Stay tuned to the end, the main event.
But anyway, regardless, we should have kept Tiquinho.
Suarez.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
I don't agree, man.
Oh, come on, Liam.
Tiquinho Suarez.
Yes,
he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. I'd rather him than Glassy Rodriguez, that's for sure.
Oh, a bit of a different position.
I think I just have prejudice after what he did to me in bulk, but that's all right. I don't think anyone knows the story, but when I saw,
that's why he's always injured.
Yeah, in bulk, yeah.
Guys,
do we get him back? Yes.
No. Oh, is that who it is? That's not Tiquinho Suarez.
No, it's Onyekuru.
No, Onyekuru, no way, Jose, we're not getting him back.
Onyekuru, no, and Tiquinho Suarez leaving was good for us. Bakambu's been very good since coming in, CJ. Sabibi.
Bakambu has been an absolute Bakamboom, mate.
Bakamboom. You know, he's a bit of like, I don't know.
He's a bit of an egg. He's a Kreas.
He's a bit of a Kreas, but he's good. It's like weird. He's a hybrid. He misses the most like fuck chances, like the most blatant chances he'll just miss. But he'll score something goaladas.
That's it.
He's like a chicken gyro. He's like a chicken gyro.
I don't know where that's going, but I think we should change the combo.
I want to touch up on Socrates for this season, man.
Oh, what a man. I love Socrates.
Man, he's been such a gun.
He's not going to get old, that guy. He's never going to get old. Like, unlike Torosides, who just got so old, he's just not going to get old.
Torosides was still a gun. No, he was a fucking gun. I don't care. But the question is, we've got not so much an issue, but we need to sort out what's happening with our defense. So, what are we doing with Cisse? What are we doing with Bar? What are we doing with Socrates? Do we bring in more centre backs? Because I think Andreas Doi is the one we start with next year. He's our
I think we have heaps
main
of centre backs, to be honest.
We do have heaps. But
just sell some and keep some.
Who would you sell and who would you keep?
Probably would. I mean, I like Cisse and Bar. I'd sell one of them just because they're at the age where we can get a little bit of money for them. So I would sell one of them. I know definitely a Turkish club would take them. So if we can get a bit of money for one of them, I'd take them. And then we can also have another Greek centre back like that Doi guy. Is he Greek? You know, two Greek centre backs.
He's half Greek, half Albanian, but I think he's
who's he playing for?
Like he's playing. I think he plays for the Greek under 21.
Okay, good. Then we can keep him. If it was Albanian, I would have said to sell him, but like we'll keep him. It's okay. We'll allow it.
Well, do it. Liam, I think you're cutting out. Are you? Oh, can't hear you.
No, he's muted.
Yeah, I think you're muted, Liam.
Talk to me, Liam.
Maybe your
Keep
headphones
going.
died. Oh, there you go.
I'll just sit here and listen while you guys talk.
No, I heard you.
We just heard you there. But
I think
no,
we
yeah.
Yeah, go, Liam. Say it.
we keep Socrates. He will stay another year. Sign on. Doi obviously stays. Bach probably stays depending on how he ends the rest of the season, and then I think we need to have a big clear out of centre backs. And I think the best thing to do is just to look for a young Greek centre back and just have them. Retsos is probably going to go. There's no way we're doing the option to buy him or whatever, if we even is an option to buy him or getting him.
I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
He's had too many injuries. When we needed him, he's had a few too many injuries. So yeah, I think we just look for maybe one more centre back, and I'm not a fan of just signing so many players. I hope we really don't do that this season. I hope we get a good squad and we don't sign like 20 players. Like that Bitsiki, whatever you pronounce his name. Why do we get him? Like what is he doing for that? Like just think that they don't just overload players, man. It's just what are you doing?
Quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
Well, that goes to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go, Chris. No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, do we bring back Ruben Semedo? Even though all the stuff he's done, do we bring him back for the culture? Do we bring him back?
Oh, there was a talks about like wanting him back at the start of the season when we were struggling. Like, we're really lacking that ball playing centre back at the moment. And then Socrates came back and started to play well, and we brought Doi in from the midfield and gave him that role, and he's a good. He's obviously a midfielder, so he's got good ball skills. So the Semedo's not coming back after everything that's happened. I've happened to for Olympiakos to even think about bringing him back. Young players, with Semedo now, yeah, he's a good player, but you can find that in younger. Like I'd rather have Doi playing than him at the moment.
Yeah, I think we need to just build a team, and get some young players. Doi's the start. I think
the start of something new.
Yeah, I think Bar's younger than Cisse, but regardless, I think Cisse's time's up. He'll be going. We need We'll get into all that later. I just want to talk about a few more players that in today's game as well. Again, Kasami as well. Man, I can see why we got him back, and he's opened his goal scoring account for Olympiakos.
Still rather play a young kid from the B team or someone in that spot. There's just I don't understand these signings.
We're gonna have Surilis return as well, and honestly, I'd rather just have Surilis
and doing the Kasami role.
Yeah.
You have him some weeks in the main team, then you have him in the B team some other weeks when you don't want to use him as much. I don't understand, but
yeah. Look, I personally don't mind the odd player, like for example Kasami in there and whatever. But if we're gonna have such a heavy squad, it's gonna be a problem. But he did solid today, so you can't fault him on that. The only thing I would take from this game, I think he should be playing Ramon and Tsolakis, especially against Volos. But I know you want to keep Paskalakis on form, but
you're versus Volos.
You're versus Volos. Yeah.
Zolakis, this was a game for Zolakis to play today, and obviously they don't want to take any risks because at this point of the season, CJ, if we don't win today, the season could almost it's a massive loss, and it puts you under so much pressure. That's obviously, but the thing is, he played Kasami instead of Huang and stuff, so he did rotate. So maybe Zolakis, and I trust Zolakis pretty similar.
Say till I die. Can't be back. No, Liam, I totally agree with you. Look, 2 shots from Volos today. They no big chances. Yeah,
Socrates could have played and had a cup of tea while he was playing too.
Exactly, we would have had a frappedaki. Would have gotten a fat gyro from Marcelo while he was at it.
in the favelas in Brazil.
Yeah. Well, look, apart from that, I don't think there's much more to touch up on the game. Masuras and Rodriguez
Kasuras.
returned to actions. Kasuras. El Arabi, which his contract is for one more season, so I don't know. Now
I
that
don't think
bloke
he's gonna-
Valbuena's the same thing. The guys,
Valbuena will retire
This
after,
season?
I think.
Isn't Valbuena done it this season?
I haven't kept up. I don't know.
But
It'll be sad.
he'll retire. He'll retire.
Hey,
Like,
look, if he
he's-
stays there, like, plays one.
if he
game
retires,
in
he can get a job in the staff, even
Yeah,
better.
like in the
Oh,
directing.
that's exactly right. There's talks of Valbuena wanting to join the staff straight after retiring, like the Olympiakos management.
But
So
he'd have
we'll
to.
see what
He's
happens.
gonna have to learn. He's gonna have to learn Greek. But I'm sure he can do that.
Yeah, so
That's gonna be fine. So after today's 3-0 victory, as it stands, Panathinaikos, 62 points. The Kotopula are second in 60 points, and Olympiakos 59 points. Man, we're 3 points from first.
Oh yeah,
The gap's close.
it's like Cypriot League, so close.
It's very tight. Balka
We're going to-
right on our heels with 57. Aris and Volos can go to the
And
Tardanas
playoffs
now.
and playoffs
The
start
season's
next
now.
week, correct?
The playoffs started this morning.
Oh, Sorry.
Today
I
was
didn't think. Sorry, my dad told me, but I just didn't think Volos were good enough to be in the top six. To be honest.
Well, I think it was pretty close. It was my bad. Panathinaikos were 10 points from 6th place.
Yeah, because like
So-
Cyprus is like second week of playoffs, so yeah,
Oh wow. How's that going over there?
pretty close actually. It's a bit like Cyprus, Greece, but Wales top, so that's what we want to see. And Oak just got thumped by West Ham, so they've got another thing to play for now. So yeah,
Oh, beautiful.
but it's good that it's close. Hopefully, Olympiakos get back in the Champions League. Not just for the sake of competition prize money, but that's anywhere Hamas is going to stay, and hopefully that puts them back onto FIFA as well. Because not having Olympiakos in FIFA is ridiculous. I can't sign Fortunis in my career mode because he's not there. So
It's pretty
Yeah.
shocking. Yeah, I just survived relegation in my career.
what with who?
Nottingham Forest.
Oh, nice. That's a good
I-
career mode to do. Nottingham
Yeah, I
Forest,
did some pretty shitty deals at the start, so I copped it. But it's all right. Doesn't matter. But look, Olympiakos, their stats speak for themselves. They're one of the better teams in the league. Like,
Yeah.
no, my bad. I read it wrong. Look, they're obviously one of the top teams. Regardless, the next game we have coming up, Olympiakos back at Karaskakis against Aris. That is
Ooh.
in a
The
couple
the
weeks,
non-Greek team.
I believe. The 3rd of April.
Javinho still there?
Javinho got released.
his contract,
Really? Was his forehead
Yeah.
too big? Is that why?
Liam, you keep cutting in and out, I think.
Yikes! I can't believe he got released. But like, at least don't have one Greek. Am I right that they don't have one Greek in their starting lineup?
They have a couple at their reserves. That club's in shambles when it comes to the Greek
How can you
players.
not have a Greek? Like, it's the Greek Super League, not the farmers refugees from Africa League. Like, come on.
Our Gambian scouting network's working fine, I reckon.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think so Olympiakos wise, we are versing Aris on the 3rd. Big game because all the
big.
games are big, obviously. But we got, I think afterwards we have Panathinaikos, Balk, Ike. It's going to be a very, very intense run of games. But before that, I might be wrong. I think it's the international break. So
It is the international break this week
So I reckon
because Australia's versus Ecuador. That's why.
let me check Greece because I haven't actually.
We have a big game against Gibraltar for the first round of the Euro qualifiers.
Really?
Gibraltar, Yes, our new kits came out. If that's something you want to talk about, I don't know if
Oh
you've
yeah,
seen them
I
yet.
did saw that. Absolutely
Our new-
beautiful. I rate them.
Yeah, but I love the sash. My sash was the favorite. I've got.
Here's a
that
break
kit.
this
I
week.
love it.
Christos is right. There's no match this weekend.
Yeah, it's Greece versus Gibraltar. We better smack them like 5-0. If we lose to Gibraltar, I think we did it once before. If we do it again, there's going to be some serious consequences.
I reckon we might live stream with that one.
Is it early?
6:45 Saturday. It's good enough.
Oh,
The ethnic year this time. Fortunis has got recalled up. He's back in the ethnic year.
yeah.
Kostan Delias from
4-0.
Bulk. Obviously, we don't like Bulk, but we like Kostan Delias because he's a gun player. So I'm excited to see him in the ethnic year as well. We'll talk more about the ethnic year maybe next episode.
Tsimikas has to be in the squad. Has to be.
Who, sorry?
Surely. Tsimikas, surely he's in the squad.
Oh yeah, 100%. For sure.
Yeah, I think we could do a live stream actually of the Greece versus Gibraltar game. That'd be cool.
We could talk about Cyprus as well, Chris. You can get in on the action on that.
Look at him. He's gonna love that.
I don't know who they're playing, but our group's really hard.
You're playing Scotland 1 a.m.'s Sunday.
We're gonna. Actually, last time we versus Scotland, we were 2-0 up, and I think we ended up losing 3-2. So, yeah. But to be 2-0 up against Scotland,
I can't laugh, man. The Greek national team. I can't laugh.
You know what? I hope Greece make the Euros because I'm planning on going to the Euros. So if they make the Euros, even better. So, yeah.
You guys think Paskalakis will start in the ethnic year?
Well,
maybe, but I think what's his name's better. The one from Vlachodimos. Vlachodimos will probably start. Or
I don't know, man.
Whatever his name is, he'll probably start. Is Socrates in the squad or is he too old?
Let me have a look. Nah, he's not.
Wow, but he's killing it. So which Olympiakos plays? This is Olympiakos. What Olympiakos players are in the squad? Fortunis?
So we got Paskalakis, Bouchalakis.
Fortunis? Yep. And Fortunis, right?
Fortunis, Retsos, somehow.
What? Retsos.
Tsimikas, Masuras. I think that's it.
Tsimikas doesn't have Olympiakos anymore, but yeah.
In my heart, he is. Don't worry. Wait, didn't our kits get released? Wasn't it the full blue one, then the full white one?
Yeah. They're out. They got released.
But then
Hopefully they help.
From Hellas Footy, Greece has officially announced the new home kit for the Ethnikis 2024 qualifying campaign. And it's that.
Oh no, that wasn't the kit. Because
am I misreading something? What the?
Excuse me, are you Greek? They posted it. They have the full reaction to it
as well. Actually,
you saw that? Yeah. I don't like that. That looks like.
No, the Ethniki or mother just released the video, and it's that jersey that I just showed you.
Really? Maybe okay. Well, I don't really like that to be honest.
Yes.
Looks a bit.
I don't care about the kit, mate. I just want to get to the freaking competition.
Yep, I don't care either. As long as we get into the Euros, we win it again, and Tsimikas lifts the trophy. That's the main thing. And Fortunis as well. And then Fortunis goes to Liverpool.
I wish we saw that combination a bit more. Tsimikas and Fortunis combination. I wish we saw that more.
Fucking Bournemouth, mate.
Well, Liam, we can see it. If Fortunis signs for Liverpool, we can see it. We need a midfielder, so take him.
He's not ready to kill his career yet. No, mate.
No, if that happens, CJ, I'm taking the first flight out of here and I'm going to go watch them. I'm going to do that. Because that would be a dream.
Football players like to go to the lower leagues in their mid-30s and stuff, so I think give it a few more years and maybe you have a chance.
The lower leagues, yeah. It's not Tottenham we're talking about. Come on.
Anyway,
we could have a whole other debate about the other leagues in Europe at the moment. There's some interesting stuff going on.
We'll get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I
think wants to join today.
Does anyone want to join? I reckon we let me just put the thing in. And if no one joins, we'll end the stream
A
there.
few more minutes if anyone joins.
Few more minutes. Links in the comment section, people. Or
Oh,
four who are with us right
no
now.
slander, please. I don't have time
Two,
for that.
three. There you go. Come roast Chrysos. It's the roast of Chrysos. Let's do it.
I'll just roast you back, bro. It's okay.
Man,
Are we going to tell them that we've got something planned? Well, a big like person planned. Are we allowed to say anything yet, or not?
nah, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
But something big, something big is coming to the podcast.
Something big's
Yeah,
coming.
stay
guys.
tuned. It's going to be live. It's going to be live stream too. You got to stay tuned for it. Okay. Keep your eyes peeled, your fingers scrolling, and you'll see it. Okay.
I'm just gonna cut this party and put it on our Instagram.
Yeah. Good. Something big. Whoosh.
We'll give him a hint. We'll give him a hint, huh? All right, it's a hint. It's a former Olympiakos player that's going to join us.
Yeah, that's the only hint you're getting. That doesn't narrow it down much, but yeah. Yeah, that's your hint. That's your hint. You never know. It could be Rivaldo.
Be Marcelo.
You never know. Yeah, it could be Marcelo. Could be what's his
Right.
name?
He's Brazilian.
Dos Santos.
He's Brazilian
be-
girls, and he's gotten in contact with Marcelo.
Yeah, Dos Santos.
Be,
Could be Dos Santos.
Pitiki, whatever
Jose
the fuck his
Sa.
name is.
Jose Sa.
Daniel
Podence.
Podence.
Who's no, I'm trying to think of like a really bad player that we used to have.
A lot. Very shame.
The guy that plays in Cyprus now, plays for Buffos. Could be him. Bruno Santos.
Bruno Santos is joining us.
Get you in the live stream, please. We want someone to talk to. We want to hear your Olympiakos, your love for Olympiakos. We don't have too many Indians supporting Olympiakos. We want to hear you became an Olympiakos fan. It's true statement. It's not rude or anything. It's a true statement.
Who's Indian?
Don't Liam.
Who's Indian?
No one,
Me.
man. This is all Greek.
It's all Greek to you. No, we're gonna open it. You know, we can have Olympiakos from small.
Our goal here is to get fans from Greece, from Australia, from everywhere, from all over the world, and hear how they support Olympiakos.
Yeah, you know, from Greece. Your name's Vrushank. How do you know? Okay.
Sorry, lads.
He's making one.
Yeah, like Liam
Dr.
today.
Zen is a Yaya Toure.
It could be Yaya Toure. You never know who.
We tried, but
Very good guess. That is a very good guess.
He's too busy embezzling money in Ivory Coast, so I don't think he's got time for that. Sorry. I forgot we had Yaya Toure.
Can we give him more of a clue? Or should
Could
we
be
leave it at
Saviola.
that?
Could be Saviola. Maybe we could say he's not Greek. Does that help?
You know what? I think a good clue is he's a well-known Olympiakos player. He's a well-known, past Olympiakos player.
Yeah, and he's not Greek. There you go. He's not Greek.
Getting carried away. The English, obviously.
Yeah, he's not Greek. That's all you're getting. You're not getting anything else. You can keep guessing. We can keep throwing names at you, and you can think that a sec. Could be Yaya Toure, Javier Saviola. You know, anyone you think he could be, it could be. Mate, could even be Simikas. He's a former player. Oh, but he's Greek. Oh yeah.
It's a Yannis podcast.
It's actually not. It's actually not a player. It's a singer. It's going to be Yannis Fluktaros or Fafanakis. We're going to get them on. They're going to have a debate because they don't like each other. There you go. Did you know that? Did you know that they don't like each other? Did you know that?
I don't even know
they
who
don't
they
like each
are,
other.
mate.
You don't know Safanakis, mate? Nacharista Matias.
Yeah,
Man, I only
The
know
singer.
fucking Prawn Saganaki. No,
Yeneflia? Samanopatia Dukaimu.
Oh, yeah, I know that song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mumegani
Fluktaros.
Manamu.
Yeah, Magoime Elinas, and then Oh, actually, we should do the Greece game because you know what? On Saturday it's Greek Independence Day in Australia. So, I mean, in Greece too. But the game is on.
Yeah.
The game is on on the day of Greek Independence Day. So it could be a Greek Independence Day special, and we're watching the Greek national team. You see that?
Remember a couple of years ago where we drew with Spain 1-1 for Independence Day. with one shot on target all game.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Hey, Christos, can we end this stream with the outro of Christos singing some like classic Greek song for us?
Well, what do you want? I've got some Gazanzidis for you. Glikeria.
And CJ, whenever you think it's fitting, end the stream.
I've just got to play the Olympiakos Steve song.
I'm going to sing again like we did like 10 streams ago. And
sing us a song. So say good night to everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Christos is going to serenade us out.
Buenas noches.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the international break.
Bon oui. Good night. And I will leave you with some glikeria for you. Naha ekato kardies, na saga pokato forest. There you go. That's what you get.
Good night, everyone.
Liam Pro with that. Let it go.